Hello, band world. My name is Cody. I'm a band teacher. I've been recently reading up on Arnold Jacobs' Song and Wind. In it, he talks a bit about hyperventilation, where you get too much oxygen in your brain and not enough carbon dioxide, and how that imbalance creates that feeling of hyperventilation, which I'm sure most everyone's felt. And it got me thinking about how you can, ways to more quickly recover from hyperventilation. And also to forestall hyperventilation. So he was able to forestall it by breathing back in while he was playing, breathing back in some of that air that he just put into his tuba. When you breathe out, you're breathing out more carbon dioxide rich air. I wouldn't recommend that unless your instrument's really clean. And even then, only low brass would really be able to do that. Flute obviously cannot. And I was thinking about breathing exercises, especially like maximum exercises where you're working your max in out capacity and doing it quickly. I hyperventilate really quick when I'm doing that. And I think that if you're doing it right, you should hyperventilate fairly quickly. But I was wondering if maybe we could forestall it with some different items or recover more quickly with different items. So this is 2 juice bottles with some holes in the bottom. So it's pretty open. They're connected there. I just drilled a hole, drilled a lot of little holes, put them together. So that way these 2 chambers can fill up with carbon dioxide and I can breathe that back in, both to forestall while I'm doing the exercise and then to recover when I'm done with the exercise. It will contain more carbon dioxide. Same idea with the tube. This is maybe a little bit more accessible, more readily available to most people. Might look a little bit more professional if you take off the wrapping paper first, if you're going to be having it on stage to recover, because there are a lot of pieces as a tuba player, especially towards the end when you're playing a lot of sustained fortissimo notes, and it just doesn't feel very good afterwards. So I'd like to recover as quick as I can. Also, no resistance in either one. Pretty open. So I'm going to be doing a little bit of an experiment today. Quick note about this video, I've made some cuts so that you don't have to sit there and watch me breathing the whole time, and make the video a little bit shorter. So the times aren't exact. If you also don't want to watch the whole video, you're welcome to just look down in the comments below. The first comment, I'll put just the raw data for you. Control group, no items. Ready? All right, one about 22 seconds. See how long it takes to recover. Had to turn because I was starting to blow my laptop over. Heart rate goes up when you hyperventilate because it puts stress on your body. In his book, Arnold Jacobs talks about giving his students about a minute to recover from hyperventilation. And I'm wondering if I can shorten that time if I'm breathing in more carbon dioxide rich air. Starting to feel more normal again. It's been 1:05, so pretty accurate. Reset. Let's see if it takes 20 seconds, or it was 22 seconds for me to hyperventilate. See if it takes 22 with this, or if it takes longer, which is what I'm hoping for. Here we go. Wow, 48 seconds before I started to feel more hyperventilation. Let's do it without for recovery. On about 5 seconds because it took me a while to reset. When you're hyperventilated, your brain function kind of decreases. So the bore size of this, so the resistance, is a lot less So it's a lot bigger than any instrument. Even a tuba is only yay big in comparison to this huge tube. So when you're breathing back in through your instrument, you can't quite get as much air. Feeling about back to normal. It's been a minute. If I add that 5 seconds. You can't get in as much air if you just breathe through the instrument. So you have to, as Arnold Jacobs said, he would breathe through the corners and through the instrument to still be able to breathe in as much as he needs to continue to play with maximum air. So this is great for the breathing exercises, but obviously wouldn't be exactly the same when you're playing an instrument. All right. So it was 48 seconds with that for me to really start feeling like I was hyperventilating. I'm going to try my double juice container contraption. Same way. However, this time I'm going to try also using this to recover more quickly. See if it takes that full minute, because it was a minute for both recoveries. So here we go. All right, I was able to go a minute. All right, I feel pretty recovered. It was a little quicker, 50 seconds. I would say I was feeling pretty good maybe 5-10 seconds before that, but that's interesting. Something new with going a straight minute, breathing my max, is that I kind of got excited, like I would if I was running, because I was just using that much muscle. All right, so I can say with complete certainty that you can forestall hyperventilation using one of these devices, both of which I was able to go pretty much double what I was able to do without. So that's great for breathing exercises. I want to check recovery again, but this time I'm not going to use this to begin my hyperventilation, just because doing this for a minute straight was quite a workout. And it was a different feeling to the recovery as I was using this to recover. So I'm going to try just hyperventilating that 20 seconds that I took the first time. No contractions. And then I'm going to use this to recover and see if it is actually faster. So here's 60 beats a minute and hyperventilating in hopefully about 20 seconds. Set the timer. Yep. All right, here we go. Recovery, reset. Yeah, 20 seconds. Brain feels great. My heart rate's still going a little fast because it's kind of, I think that just takes a little while longer to recover, but that was awesome. 20 seconds and I feel great, because the feeling when you've hyperventilated is very uncomfortable, and I feel like uncomfortable for about a minute during loud, long passages where I'm playing long notes sustained for a long period of time at a fortissimo volume. And so that would be great to have next to me and just recover in 20 seconds rather than like a minute. So here is this, in case you don't want to go through the act of making such a large contraption like that. See if you can just get a wrapping paper tube and see if that would work, because this might also look a little bit more professional on stage after you take off all the wrapping paper, of course. Reset, hyperventilate, and recover with tube. Hyperventilated. All right, brain feels pretty much back to normal. I Again, heart rate takes a little longer to recover, but it was about 32 seconds. So maybe this isn't quite as good. That contraption worked a little bit better containing that carbon dioxide. This one maybe a little bit extra leaked out, and I got a little bit more extra oxygen in, so it took a lot longer to balance, but definitely still more helpful than that full minute of recovery, having nothing. All right, so I'll post a table of with or without tube or container for hyperventilation, and with or without tube or container for recovery, and so you can see the data a little more clearly, and let me know what you think. Thanks. Bye.